Okay, so we're going to talk about tangent lines. The main takeaway on a tangent, when a line is tangent to a circle, that just simply means it touches that circle on exactly one point, and when we take the radius of that circle, that forms a right triangle right there. That forms a right triangle, or a right angle, sorry. So here it is just in fancy form, theorem 12.1. The line is tangent to circle, then the line is perpendicular to the radius at the point of tangency. The point of tangency is right here at point P. And again, it forms this right angle. Okay, so in this example, it says that ED is tangent to circle O. So what we know now is that that point of tangency forms a right triangle, which we know a right angle in this triangle is 90 degrees. So it wants to know what X is. Well, we know that a triangle is made up of 180 degrees. We know that this is 90 here, 90, and this is 38 here. And the balance is right there is X. So we just subtract 128 from 180 and we get 52 degrees. So X is 52 degrees in this example. Okay, this little word problem. What is the distance to the horizon a person can see on a clear day from an airplane 2 miles, that's important, above the Earth? Earth's radius is about 4,000 miles. So first thing is let's put this in kind of a picture form. There's our Earth, and it says our radius. It says our radius is 4,000 miles. Also says it's 2 miles above the Earth. So we're going to extend this line just a little bit, like that. And now to figure this out, I'm just going to draw a line that's tangent to this circle, which means it's going to touch in one place. That's going to be a really bad drawing because I had a really bad circle. That's alright. So I'm going to extend this triangle here. So now what do we know? Well, we know that this is 4,000. This is 4,000. We know this piece here is 2,000, or 2 miles rather. We also know that this radius here is 4,000 as well, because this tangent formed a right triangle. So now we can apply the Pythagorean theorem, which says a squared plus b squared equals c squared, which is our hypotenuse, and our c squared is 4,000 plus this 2. So we have a squared right here, 4,000 squared, plus what we're trying to find out, we're going to call that b, which is how far they can see, plus b squared equals c squared. Well, c squared is 4,000 plus 2, 4,002 squared. So I'm going to just grab my calculator for real quick. Okay, so 4,000 squared is 16 million, 4,002 squared is 16,016,004. So I want to solve for b. So I'm just going to subtract 16 million from both sides. These will cancel out, and I'm left with b squared equals 16,004. So now I just take the square root of both sides using my calculator. I get b equals, let's see, 16,004 square root equals 126.5069. So if we round, we can say about 127 miles. Okay, in this problem it says, what is the radius? Well, it gives us, we know it's a right triangle, they give us that right here. So we can use the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Well, here c squared is x plus 6. X plus 6 squared equals a squared, well that's 10 squared, plus b squared, which is x squared. So I need to distribute this right here. So x plus 6 squared is the same as saying x plus 6. Oops. X plus 6 times x plus 6, and distribute that using FOIL. I get x squared plus 6x plus 6x plus 36. Combine like terms here. I get x squared plus 12x plus 36 equals, up here, 100 plus x squared. So I'm trying to solve for x, and now I'm going to subtract x squared from both sides. These will cancel out. I'm left with 12x plus 36 equals 100. So these cancel out as well. And almost done. I subtract 36 from both sides. And I'm left with 4, 9, 64, I think. These cancel out. So 12x equals 64. Divide that. 64 by 12, and we're going to get 5.33333, 5.333, or 5 1/3. So the radius is 5 1/3. Okay, now this is very important as well. If two segments are tangent to a circle from a point outside the circle, then the two segments are congruent. Which simply means that if AB is tangent to circle O and BC is tangent to circle O, then this right here and this angle right, or measurement right here, are the same. So let's try a practice problem with that. Okay, this problem says if NL is 4 and ML is 7 and NM is 8, they want to know if ML is tangent right here. That's the question. Does this form a right triangle? Well, if it does in fact form a right triangle, then a squared plus b squared will equal c squared. So in this case, 4 squared plus, here's our supposed right triangle, plus 7 squared, does that equal 8 squared? Because 8 squared is c, our hypotenuse. Well, this is 16 plus 49. Does that equal 8 times 8, which is 64? 16 plus 49 is 65. So no, it is not tangent because it does not form a right triangle at point L.